Daibul was one of the most important ports of this period along the western coast. We learn about it from the Arab sources. Apart from West Asia, the port of Daibul had linkages with Sri Lanka also. Other than Daibul, the other important port of the early medieval period was Cambay. It was also known as Srishtambapura.
Apart from Cambay, in Gujarat, we had two other important ports, probably a little smaller in size. They were Somnath and Goga. And we have records where we know that in Goga, people from Hormuz used to come. In the early historic period, the most important port was Bhrigukacha or Barugaza. This time, Barugaza has faded. So you see that when I was talking about the urban center, I said that some urban centers declined, but some others grew up. So same was the case with the port, that when we have the decline of Barugaza, we have the growth of Cambay. Cambay becomes very important as a port.
Along the Malabar coast, the two important ports were Quilon and Manjrur.
We have this Jewish merchant letters which talks about direct contact between the ports of Malabar and Aden, or the ports in the Red Sea lane. And they talk about that iron was always being shipped from this port to the other port.
During the early medieval period, Indian trade with Southeast Asia flourished along the eastern coastline. Three primary sections along this coastline were the Bengal Delta, the Andhra Kalinga coast, and the Coromandel coast.
In case of Bengal Delta, we had till the 8th century, we had a very important port known as Tamrolipti, and it occurred profusely in different kinds of inscriptions and different kinds of literature. But with the decline of Tamrolipti in the 8th century, we find that there was the rise of another port in the present-day Bangladesh region. It was located in Chittagong, Chattogram. And the name of this port is Samandar. And we know this from the writings of the Arab geographers.
The port of Samandar was suitably located. It was in the Chittagong region. Therefore, it had a vast hinterland and also had an extensive foreland in the Arakan's region.
Coming to the Coromandel coast, in the earlier period during the time of the Pallavas, we have Mamallapuram, Mahabalipuram. And we know that Pallavas regularly had linkages with countries of Southeast Asia. This is evident from the inscriptions that have been found in Southeast Asia. We find that the characters, they are written in a script which are known as Pallava Grantha script. That is, there was some kind of exchanges from this region towards the countries of Southeast Asia.